Hey guys, long time no see. Been a very, very long time because I've been on holiday for 2 weeks and I've only just got back. So, I guess we'll just kick straight into it. It is still a bit early because we are starting earlier than usual. That's okay. Gives us more time to do sandwiches after all. Yeah, we are back with some more shiny hunting over in Pokemon Violet. You to Japan, right? Yes, I did. I did go over to Japan for 2 weeks. So, the first section of the trip was in Hokkaido, where we went to Sapporo and such. And the second half was in Tokyo, where we stayed at Shinjuku. See what we have here. Hoping there would be some interesting outbreaks, but it doesn't seem like there is, really. I mean, there's a Sawsbuck one here, but the Lowland Muck is pretty cool. But yeah, we got back, I would say Thursday night. And then from there, a very busy weekend. And I haven't touched this game in 2 weeks too, because like, I took my Switch with me to, I guess, play it at time to time. But like, I had zero time to play it. Like, at all. I was so busy doing so many things over in Japan that like, it was just sitting in my bag the entire trip. I did play a bit of the 3DS though, and I was able to do some shiny hunting in those games. But yeah, I haven't done any shiny hunting in this game for quite some time. So, I guess I have to decide where to start first, to be honest. I do think Dragon might be a good place to start. I do want to try and go for some Dragon types. But yeah, we'll just probably just do random things unless somebody has a particular suggestion they want to do. I think we'll do Dragon. We'll try and go for a Frigibax. Seeing that Frigibax is the only dragon I think up in the mountains. So let me just take a look and see exactly where Frigibax is located. And we'll head on over there. Hello there, Blub. Good to see you. Welcome back. How's the trip? It was definitely fun. But the transition from coming back has been rough because Japan has been like cold, crisp air, and we came back to Australia and it's just been humid and hot, and you're just like, ugh. But I'm slowly getting adjusted to it, and also just have to get adjusted to like back to normal routines of things. Okay, so it's around here somewhere. But yeah, if any of you guys would like to join me on a sandwich, then you're definitely welcome to. I'll probably do this first one by myself, just to get a feel for it. But it has been a while since I've done this. But yeah, we were just like non-stop walking and running around looking for things over in Japan, so coming back home and barely moving because it's just too hot is a bit of a change. On the upside, I ended up getting 3 shinies over, I guess you could say, the holiday. 2 of them I needed. I think 1 of them I did not. So, because I went back to X and Y to do some chain fishing. Because it's been a while since I've done that method, and I used to get quite a few shinies from it. It is a pretty good method, after all. Like, people forget how busted chain fishing was. The only problem is that I only have very few mons now that I really need to get with chain fishing. We need avocado and spicy. Nice, I've never been to Japan. It definitely is fun to go. And for me, it was also crazy when we went to Sapporo because it was snowing there. And as an Australian, you don't really see snow, like, ever. So it definitely was quite fun. And the reason we went to Sapporo was for the Snow and Ice Festival, which I have been posting photos over in the Alchemist's channel. But yeah, we went to see these giant snow sculptures and these big ice sculptures as well. I was very excited to go to the Snow Festival as well, is because they were doing a promotion for Tamagotchis for the new uni. So I got to see their little snow sculpture that they made, which was a giant retro Tamagotchi and then 2 of their main mascots. which was definitely fun. The only person I think who didn't enjoy our holiday was my dog. He did not have a good time, to say the very least. I almost bought a Tamagotchi yesterday. Oh yeah? Which one? Because I know there are obviously, they're all showing up pretty frequently around here. That's good. Because I know the uni is the most newest thing, which actually was a bit of a hindrance to me because since the uni is like the new brand new one that's just popped up, all the stuff for the Smart, which was literally in stores like maybe a couple of months ago in Japan, they all vanished and I couldn't find anything for the Smart. I was only very lucky to find a single Smart, which I wanted to get. Did your dog hate the snow? No, my dog couldn't go with us. So he was stuck at home by himself with my grandparents and my dad, who all do not... My grandparents tried their best to keep him, like, in decent condition, but he's old now, so he only really trusts me. So he was fighting them, like, tooth and nail the entire time. And by the time we got home, he was just very stinky because nobody washes him either. It's just me. But he's doing a lot better now after having a good bath, back in routine. He's currently sitting behind me. I don't know, it was black. Okay, it could have been one of the retro ones that they have. Because I know they keep releasing the P1 and P2 over and over again. I'm like, ack. Great 2 weeks of stacked dirt. Oh yeah. And whatever else, because apparently he was I don't know why, but I guess he didn't want to listen to my grandparents and was also rebelling against them, so whenever they took him outside to go to the bathroom, he would just permanently, like, not go. And then they brought him back inside and then he would just go in the house. So it just ended up, apparently my dad was like, he was very close to me just taking him out. And I was like, in what way? Oh my god. Yeah, he was like, yep, dog escaped euthanasia at least a couple of times. But he is doing a lot better now. Now that he knows I'm home and such. But yeah. It was not fun to touch him when I got back home. He was a very greasy, stinky boy. But he's all good now. But trying to remember exactly what, because there was quite a lot I did over in Japan, so trying to like remember everything I did, not easy to say the very least. Because in Sapporo we also did like a bunch of stuff, like heading out to we headed out to a location called Otaru, which was like an hour train trip there. And over there was so much ice. Like, not even snow, it was just like packed ice. Like, so it was so incredibly slippery. And we did see a couple of people also fall down from it. I myself have fallen a couple of times, but mostly it was just slipping and sliding. That type of ice, not fun. Snow's okay, but not that type of ice. Speaking of snow, goodness gracious, this blizzard feels like it's going on forever. Can't see. But the things we saw in Otaru, we did go to, I think, we went to a fish market, or like basically a seafood market, because over in Otaru they specialize in essentially scallops and crabs. And they had like these giant king crabs all just sitting in like tanks and stuff like that. These crabs were massive. They were almost the size of like two of your hands like put together. How big they were. And we ended up, I think, eating some sashimi and grilled scallop and a crab. We got a horsehair crab because the snow crabs and the king crabs, I think the king crab was way too big and way too expensive. But the other two options, which I don't remember one of them, but I do remember one of them being the snow crab, that was sold out, so we went for the horsehair one. What we didn't know is that we had to go and pick it ourselves. So I think we pointed out which one we wanted, and then the guy, I assume he knew that we were tourists because we couldn't speak a lick of Japanese, and he asked my sister if we'd like to hold on to it for a photo, which she absolutely hated, but I managed to get a good photo of her. You could see like the entire like regret on her face of holding this fuzzy crab. But it was fun. It definitely was. I even held it. But you won't be seeing that picture, unfortunately. I just had to, like, push aside that one lizard brain thought in my head that it was just an overgrown spider. But after I got that mental image out, I was able to hold it pretty well. And the crab wasn't really moving or anything, thank goodness. That was probably the one bit that my sister was also thankful for. She literally told me that if it moved even a slightest, she most likely would have just dropped it. I mean, little Frigibaxes, but no shinies. So to be honest, Frigibax's shiny is a little hard to see. It's like, what, slightly teal with pink ribbons? Food was good, that's for sure. The crab had like a bit of a sweet taste to it. It was kind of interesting. But it was definitely worth the money. It was a bit expensive, but it was worth it. And my sister's partner also was a bit jealous of us doing all this. Because obviously he had to stay back at home. He had work and such, and he couldn't come with us. He was just sad. He was just eating, apparently, just like packed meals, like those freezer meals. Whilst his partner, my sister, was just enjoying all these luxuries of seafood and whatnot. Man, the seafood over in Sapporo was great. It's like kind of their specialty. So they have like, I think they have two specialties, which is like seafood and I think milk products, like dairy. Because a lot of their ice creams and stuff like that come from Sapporo or Hokkaido in general. Oh, I probably should have put the target on. I forgot to do that. Oh well, I'll do that later because we'll probably switch targets if we don't find anything here. I will also admit that I'm a little worried that I probably won't be able to last as long on the stream, simply because I haven't streamed for almost like, what, 2 weeks? So getting back into the routine of like long streams is probably going to be rough. I'll try and do my best to like stay alert for most of it. Yeah. If I start to go downhill and I'm pull the stream early, then you'll know why. Also, thankfully, there wasn't any big events that happened during my 2 weeks. I think, what, it was like the Valentine's event, but that was just to catch a love disc. It wasn't even marked, I don't think. I think it was just catching love disc. And I think there is another event on, which is for hard to get Pokemon. But, I mean, I have all of them. So, didn't see much need to get that done either. So I'm wondering what they're gonna do, if they're... Whoa, that's a really small Frigibax. Look how tiny he is. Because I guess they're gonna eventually... They're gonna run out of, like, stuff to do eventually. This week was a punch in the stomach for Nintendo fans. Oh. I've been a little bit behind on stuff. So, if you could elaborate, I definitely wouldn't mind. I do know that currently it's just a bunch of people have been hyping up a Nintendo Direct that hasn't happened yet. You know, the usual of February. What's a February without people believing there's a Nintendo Direct happening? Like, I think the only major Nintendo news I literally saw was it for the Peach game? I think that might legitimately be it. It was just like, hey, new costumes in the Princess Peach game, which I won't deny I am looking forward to. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it that I've really heard. Then there's always people talking about Pokemon leaks and stuff. That's another fun topic, which I try to avoid because I've gotten to a point where I just don't care. Yeah, that's what I heard, was like, it was because, yeah, the expected Nintendo Direct turned down into a potential partner showcase, which then got internally delayed because of Xbox doing an unexpected event, and then chatter of Switch 2 getting delayed to 2025. Ah, okay, I see. I think well, I don't know if there was ever a Nintendo Direct to begin with, but I mean, yeah, I could see that's pretty bad. That's another reason we shouldn't get hyped up about potential rumors of, like, of directs, because if something like this happens, God, it would be such a blow to you. Yeah, I'm surprised it got delayed to 2025. February's, yeah, and obviously it is common, but I don't think we've ever had a set date for it. Usually it's just randomly in February. Though my dad made a joke where he was like, you know what they should do? They should be like, all right, get everything ready, and then just get a box with random numbers in it, pull out a number, and whatever the number is, that's the date they're going to do the direct on. But if it's just a partner showcase, that will be bad sign for us because we have nothing lined up on games. Right. Because wasn't there also, like, Xbox and PlayStation were having a bit of an issue with their games recently? But I don't know. Partner showcase isn't too bad. I guess it's also helps for... Isn't partner showcase also where indie developers get to show off stuff? Not sure. Gotta support our indies. But yeah, I can see, like, most of the mainstream, like, elite gamers, as they like to call themselves, probably would, like, push indie aside constantly. It's so rough to watch. Like, I never watch Nintendo Directs with the comments on because it's just us watching, like, a train crash in, like, slow motion. You gotta feel bad for, like, all those other little tiny developers working on these games and have, like, people just shit-talking them the entire time. Switch 2 is really delayed. It'll end up being a terrible year for Switch gaming. Yes and no. I mean, we do have a couple of games on lineup. People do forget that we kind of have, like, what, a Luigi's Mansion, a Peach game coming out. Heck, we have, what, Thousand Year Door coming? I don't know when that's coming out. That's probably the one thing that is a bit disappointing for no Direct, is that we still haven't got a date for Thousand Year Door. We know it exists, but we haven't actually got a date. And because we don't have a date, I can't pre-order it at the moment because my game, EB Games, is like, we're not doing that thing where we accidentally, you know, try and, like, put out, like, a game for ages, because, like, the Detective Pikachu game got announced, like, years ago, and then it didn't show up until, like, what, last year? And I had that game pre-ordered for years. I don't really count remakes since they're not new games. Understandable. To me, it's a new game because I've not played Thousand Year Door, because I didn't grow up with a GameCube. So for me, it's an entirely new game. I've never played it before, and I am looking forward to giving it a go like I did with Super Mario RPG. Yeah, I don't think there's any other big major games coming out, really. Like, I don't think a major Kirby game will come out anytime soon. Maybe next year? I'm not sure. considering Forgotten Lands came out like what, last year? No, not last year, the year before maybe? Goodness, when did Forgotten Land come out? I genuinely don't remember when it came out. But Zelda's not gonna have a game anytime soon. Maybe a spin-off, but that's literally it. Mario's got its whole lineup settled. There's gonna be no Smash anymore, no Smash announcements either. Heck, the last Smash amiibo got announced and then released 2 days ago, wasn't it? Like Friday? Well, that's one thing I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna go train up all my amiibos before April. Because I now have a stack of amiibos that need training. And honestly, I am grateful that I pre-ordered Sora as the final amiibo, because goodness gracious, I've been hearing some awful horror stories over there in America. Like, you guys have not got your games, like amiibos at all settled. Like, people are like getting stuff cancelled, delayed, all that nonsense. I just walked into my EB Games and I was like, here to pick up an amiibo, and they're like, here you go. And I was like, thank you. And then I just look over on the internet and there are people like, oh, my order got cancelled, or like, I can't find any and I can't order it. And I'm just like, gosh, it's rough over there for you guys. But I'm trying to think, I don't know what my thoughts are on Pokemon at the moment. I kind of want them to just come back to Scarlet and Violet and just please fix most of the stuff here. That's like legit the only thing I can really think of off the top of my head. I know everybody and their mother wants a new game straight away, as they always do. But like, goodness, this game does not perform well. Just come back and fix it. It wouldn't even take you that long. Just fix a couple of things and then I'm pretty sure the game would run a lot smoother. So I don't want them to announce any new games for like either the very end of 2024 or like 2025. Heck, if they just get their game onto the Switch 2, whatever it's called, in the future, that would probably do them a lot more. Heck, maybe this game would run better on the Switch 2. We don't even know that. I think, didn't they do a test, like, they had like one of those unmodded, like, Switches that ran super hard, and like this game like ran really well on that Switch. That was like months ago or something when they showed off that video. And wish list to the Pokemon Day is more DLC announcements while they cook the next game longer. Yeah, because apparently somebody has mentioned that there's been code in the game for the Reggies. Is that it there? Oh, it is. I almost missed it. I was looking at it for a little while and I was like, it looks a bit off. I don't know why. Well, there's the answer, because it was the shiny. I gotta catch 3 of these. Goodness, it's gonna be rough. Why not? Let's try a dive ball and see if anything happens. Nope. I just don't know if this guy's got any, like, recoil moves. If I did know, then I would be a bit more... I would take his HP down, but I don't know. But yeah, like they said, I think they found code for the Reggies in this game. So I have a feeling they might add more content to this game, but yeah. I don't know what their stance is at the moment. Man, this guy does not want to catch. I mean, if somebody could tell me if he has a recoil move, that would be nice. I don't think it's the middle of the day. It's not gonna work. Never mind. Apparently, this game hates me when I use luxury balls. Alright. Shiny Frigibacks. Does it have a mark? I didn't check that part. Does not. Let's see how much time I have, because... let's see. I still have 10 minutes. Wow, I really don't remember how to do this game. Just open the Pokédex instead of the map. Right. There's not really many big dragons I need to get. I mean, I could try and go for Gumi, which is apparently down here somewhere. But I need to get Gumi, not Sliggoo. That's the only thing. I think Sliggoo can show up randomly, but we need Gumi specifically. Because we can transfer the Gumi over to the Legends Arceus to get the Hisuian. Read something about potential movie introducing a new mythical. That'd be... Well, wait, didn't they just introduce a mythical though? Like, Pecharunt only got announced just recently. Wouldn't the movie be about Pecharunt? I mean, heck, like, you've got a perfect, like, storyline for that. It's all fleshed out and everything. The whole Loyal 3, you got the whole Ogerpon thing. It feels like you should just go for that instead, you know? They specifically said not Pecharunt. That's weird. People not like Pecharunt at all to the point where they just decide to just axe them. It just feels like, because a lot of Pecharunt's backstory, funnily enough, we didn't get any of it in the actual games. You had to watch a video, like, on their YouTube channel afterwards about Pecharunt. So it's just odd that they wouldn't have Pecharunt. They could... Another thing I would love for them to do on Pokemon Day when it comes up is probably just announce some shinies, you know? They like to do that, don't they? Where they just casually just have shinies show up of mythicals and stuff, or like legendaries. Because, I mean, we still haven't got those shinies, and I'm not going to miss it this time. I'm going to make sure that I get them. Hello there, Lime. Long time no see. Good to see ya. Lime luck and lol. I mean, I guess you could say it was a lime luck, depending if you see that as bad or good, because we caught a shiny, like, 3 minutes ago. Finally watched that shiny Koraidon. Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. Shiny Koraidon looks good. But, thankfully, now that I have multiple files, I can get multiple of the shinies. So I can trade... If it's like that same thing where they did with Zacian and Zamazenta, where you needed specifics of the games... I'd probably want to get, like, multiple so I can give one to, get Koraidon and as well as Miraidon. It's been very busy practicing for my music exam. Oh! What you gotta do for a music exam? Hope see you in 3 months, lol. Oh, goodness. I just got back myself from, like, a 2-week holiday. Now we're parting ways again. But I hope you do well in your music exam regardless. Nah, I'm just doing regular, not theory. Okay, gotcha. Oh, lol, holiday. Yeah, that's why I've been not streaming for the last 2 weeks, because I was on holiday. I went over to Japan for 2 weeks. 1 week in Hokkaido and then the other week in Tokyo. I have noticed. Thank you. But yeah, I bought way too much merch. Like, stupid amounts of merch. I had to spend like a whole day just organizing my merch shelf, and I was like, I may have bought too much. But another part of me is like, no, I refuse to accept defeat, and then just managed to put everything together. I don't think we're going to find anything here, but this is a bit of an awkward spot too. I think the thing is that it does have just Gumi here. The other location has Gumi and Tatsugiri and Altaria. So I could see this being a slightly better area. And I technically don't have Dreepy. Lime chooses next shiny hunt if shiny caught next hour, lol. I mean, you can choose what type of shiny we go for if it's something I haven't caught, like a particular type or something. Because we have plenty of like options to go for. And heck, if you want to join, that's also another thing too. I just decided to do this first hunt solo so that I could get it back into the rhythm of things. Yeah. Oof, goodness. Did not like that game lag. But yeah, the things that haven't got shinies are what? The two ride Pokemon being Koraidon and Miraidon. There's the Treasures of Ruin. They've got, at least, I really want Chiyu's shiny. Chiyu's shiny looks so good. I think also, what's his name? The guy, the slug guy, which I always forget because no one uses him, unfortunately. Is it Wo-Chen? It's like Wo-Chen, Chen-Pao. Chen-Pao is the leopard. Chi-Yu is the... Yeah, it's Wo-Chen. And then Ting-Lu is the goat. Because I think Wo-Chen has like this autumn look. He looks really cool. Shiny Machop. Ah, no, I already have Machop. I have the entire line, actually. If it's like something you can catch in Platinum, I've already got that. Yeah, Wo-Chen. Wo-Chen goes autumn colors, which is like, that looks nice, but at the same time, it makes me jealous because I was like, that's cool. You just have a shiny locked autumn grass type. Wow, I can't imagine another grass type that could have really used an autumn color. I don't know, like Leafeon. Why didn't Leafeon go autumn colored? There's so many grass types that should have gone autumn colored and they just go slightly green, slightly greener, and I'm just like, no. You could just, Lime, if you choose a typing, that could also help as well. And then I can give you the list of things that we haven't got. Wait, I don't even think we can catch Marchop in this game. He's not even in this game. Nor is Mr. Mime. Like, both those Pokemon are not in this game. And also, I think I have all of the Mr. Mime line as well. Yeah, just stick to this game. We're not doing our Sword and Shield hunting at the moment. Fire type. I can take a look and see what I do not have so far. Because I think we do have quite a few fire types that we just don't have. Let's see. We have the Salandit line, Charcadet. I still need one to get an Armor Rouge. The Litleo line, Scorevillain, Iron Moth, Carcol. I think Roly-Coly is technically another one that I don't have, but I don't think it's a fire type, so it doesn't count. We have over in the Blueberry Academy is pretty much every starter. Magby and Litleo. So if any of those sound enticing. Litten. Litten is a pretty good one to hunt for too, because it stands out quite a bit. I believe there's also a really good spot to hunt Litten, so why not? I think the only downside about hunting a lot of the like starter shinies is the problem of them having like moves that will kill them, which is rough. Let me take a look. Gotta find the video. Besides, we're almost out of the sandwich, so that's not happening. Yeah, apparently all the starters, they just decided it'd be funny to give him like things like double edge, flare, blitz. It's rough to say the least. So we'll probably have to I might open up a union room over in the academy still. Okay. I think I found the location, maybe? Yeah, okay. I found the location. Yeah, we just gotta make sure we put them to sleep or something. Because unlike, say, like Double Edge, where we could probably like use Golden Go to do that, Flare Blitz doesn't have a resist. We just have to prevent it from hitting us. That's like the best option we can do. I mean, we could get a Flash Fire Mon. That probably would help. Oh, I heard a Dragonite cry. I think that's kind of rare. But yeah, I think we could bring in a Flash Fire Mon. That might help. Anyways, let's quickly put the fridge backs away. Oh yeah, I should evolve this guy too because I ended up catching another Cottony when I was doing a fairy sandwich. Have that Skrelp that was for that event. I wasn't able to catch another one, but I did get one at least, so I think I might evolve this Skrelp so that we can have him as a Dragalge. Keeping the Impidimp as an Impidimp, and I'll evolve the Cottony because we already have one. But we'll do that later in the stream. First things first, save. Get back onto the online. Yeah, it's these things, the Ice Cube, Stonjourner, I think that's how you pronounce its name. Yeah, Stonjourner, Armourouge, and Ceruledge. Which, I mean, we already had an event with these two guys. I don't know if we had an event with these two, but we definitely had an event with these two. So I legit just have no reason to do that. Alright, let's get this group open and see if anyone else would like to join. I guess there's also something I should probably bring up for those. So what are we doing? We're doing fire types. So we will be making a fire type sandwich. If people join us, we'll ask Nightbot to tell you guys what you need. But I should mention, whilst we I guess while I was on holiday, I decided I was going to try and do a shiny hunt that I'd never done before. Funnily enough, despite my entire massive selection of shinies. I was going to do a soft reset hunt for a legendary. Which is something I've never done, like, ever. A lot of the legendary shinies I have are from other means, like events or RNG manipulation on the trend that I have. But yeah, I decided I'd try a shiny hunting a Pokemon over in the Ultra Wormholes. Because I managed to get like a shiny charm for that. Soft resets are rough. Oh yeah. And this was like my first time ever doing it because I was just like really worried about doing it. Hello there, Black Cage 3. We are currently just doing some shiny hunting through sandwiches in Pokemon Violet. If you would like to join, you totally can. Hope your day is well. It is. Today is actually a cooler day over here in Australia. We've been having just really hot, humid days for like the past few days. And I just got back from a trip over in Japan. I haven't been streaming for a little while, so this is like my first stream since I got back after the 2 weeks. Maybe I'll join when I'm done giving away Pokemon, which is what I came here to ask if you wanted one. Oh? I guess it depends. Because if it's like... I am trying to complete a Shinydex, but... Anyway. Yeah, problem is that I am not sure, like... I'm not a fan of trying to get botted, like, shinies. I like my shinies to be, you know, gotten by my own hands. We get some stuff here. Well, if you are giving away Pokemon, I guess we should take a look and see at the moment before I start the shiny hunting, because I'm gonna obviously start soon. Just gotta find the location that I need to go to, that's all. I think it's here. So I better get flying. Could you tell me what exactly it is you're giving away? Because I think last time I remember somebody doing something similar and then they gave me something that was... Ah, legendaries, okay. Are these legendaries shiny, perhaps? Or are they just legendaries that you can catch in the game? Some are, yes. Right. And how did you catch them? I know I'm asking a lot of questions, but I just want to be absolutely certain. Because I am trying to hunt the legendaries eventually. That's what we're doing over in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Traded some caught, and some are traded by traders on Twitch. I see. You'll find at least you're asking questions instead of just saying no. Because I understand, there are some people who do have legit Pokemon that they do want to give away and stuff like that. It's understandable. But, yeah, there are a lot of traders on Twitch which have very suspicious, like, trades where they're just like, yeah, I have all these shinies, and you're like, bro, where did you get all these shinies? Or they're like, don't worry, don't ask questions. And you're just like, you know. But I do understand, like... Sketchy because not many people do this. I feel like... No, I've had a couple of people come up to me and ask for if they wanted to trade Pokemon, but yeah. I think I did have somebody wanting to trade me, I think it was like a shiny Mew or something like that, and when they gave it to me, I saw it had like best in everything, and I was like, yeah, no thank you. I am slowly working towards getting that shiny Mew in Pokemon Go, which I will tell you, it is rough. Very rough to do. I'm finally at the last stage of that, and it's rough. You cool, bro? I always try to help people whenever I can. If they just ever say no, I leave in the most respectful way. No worries, that's understandable as well. Like, it is nice you are trading for people, and there are people out there who don't care about, like, botted mons or, like, genned mons at all, and they do appreciate getting an extra mon to their collection. I know somebody who doesn't care for, like, if his mons are literally those, .com ones. But, yeah, I'm trying to keep most of my, shinies English and legit as possible. That's just me, though. Personally, I've never encountered legit Pokemon trades on Twitch. I think the only ones... I have come across one Twitch thing, but they use a bot to find the Dynamax raids. The Pokemon technically in them are just legit, it's just they use a bot to get to that point. So, it depends on what you see as a botted mon as well. First things first, let me just do this. Bam. But yes, if you would like one, I can send the code again. I think I will have to decline in the end, because I do want to try and catch these legendaries on my own. But thank you so much for the offer, regardless. Because I think I can catch most of the legendaries in this game. I think the only one that I could see being a bit of an issue is like, what? Actually, can I get all the legendaries? I think like it's just like whatever's not in Sword, but yeah. Right, then I hope you have a good stream. Here's a follow at least for at least being nice. Thank you so much, Black Cage. I hope you can show up again from time to time. Because we are going to be doing some shiny hunting months where we're spending 30 sessions just shiny hunting in various games, being Violet, Legends, and Sword and Shield. But yeah, I hope you do find somebody who will enjoy those shinies that you're trading away. And thank you for the follow again. What's slope? The game's like, no, you can't make it here. Also, just in case, gives you a curious. Some legendaries are not in this game, some are transferred, and you're very welcome. Have a blessed day. No worries. Because, yeah, I think there are still quite a few, they did add a lot of legendaries through, Snacksworth at the very least. But yeah, there's still quite a few that aren't in the game. Which is why I brought up the mention about... What's his name? I'm blanking immediately on it. The Regis, that's right. How I mentioned how the Regis code is in the game, but you can't transfer any of the Regis yet to this game. So yeah. Alright. Let's get this fire sandwich going. The wandering Pokemon trader. Bro, I think one funny thing you should do one time is that you should be like, ah yes, I have this Magikarp. You can have it for 500 Poke. And it's literally just a Magikarp. Just a level 5 Magikarp. Nothing special about it. That would be funny. Not even shiny, just a Magikarp. The Minecraft wandering traders. Goodness, those guys are actually really annoying at times, the wandering traders. I have had wandering traders come up to me when I'm in the middle of a build in Minecraft. I'm like, bro, can you just not? I'm trying to build something here, and they stand on the walls, or they have their big alpacas just like blocking things, and I'm like, bro, I'm really trying to do something here. Can you not? I mean, they do have rare items, but I don't have a good supply of like, what? What's the word? Emeralds? Yeah, that's what the thing is. Okay, looks like there are all Littens spawning here. Pretty good. Does anything spawn up here? Oh yeah, the Littens spawn up here too. Okay. And then there's that one Cleavor. Okay, so... probably best not to go too far up here because they don't seem to show up as frequently. Actually trade someone level 100 Magikarp once because that's what they wanted, then thought I was a bot until I gave them what they wanted and they were mind blown. They asked why I would take the time to level up a Magikarp and I didn't lie to him. I was just like, I use candy, that's it, lol. That is true, you can just use candies to level up Pokemon. You can also do that if you want to evolve a Pokemon that is already at level 100. And there is technically the one Magikarp over in, like, what? In, Kitakami that you can get at level 100, so... I think we're just going to do picnic resets for a little while here. I think that's what the plan is. Hello there, Chris. Good to see you. Did you get the star, Lime? I don't think you did. I don't see the star. Unless I missed it. Because usually the Nightbot mentions it. Not Nightbot. Something mentions that if you got the star or not. Yes, I am back. It's been 2 weeks. Back to shiny hunting straight away. And I'll try to turn if you change your mind. I have an Articuno for you because you've been great. Oh, like the shiny Articuno? God, I am still so bummed. I missed out that particular event for the Gala ones. And, like, a lot of mystery events just don't come back and you're just like, no. Yeah, it's a shiny one. I see. But yeah, if I do change my mind, I will let you know. But thank you so much for the offer regardless. Oh wait, I was supposed to put the thingy up. I totally forgot, but have a blessed day for now. No worries, Black Cage. Hope you have a good day too. Hope to see you soon. I forgot to put the counter up that we caught that Frigibax. There we go. At least one good thing about Litten's shiny is that we should be able to see it, like, immediately. It's just the waiting game, essentially. But yeah, it's been 2 weeks since I've played the Switch, Chris. I haven't touched my Switch for like 2 whole weeks whilst I was traveling in Japan. I did play a bit of my 3DS, but not my Switch. Which made me, when I was doing, I guess, my 3DS, I was doing some hunting there. I totally forgot I interrupted myself with a story that I was talking about, which was soft resetting for a shiny. So I did that whole ultra wormhole thing that you do, which I forgot how difficult ultra wormholes can be, honestly, just getting as far as possible. I'd seen, like, people get, like, stupidly far in those, and I was like, oh, that should be easy. No, it's not. There's just, sometimes you just don't look at a portal right, or you just go the wrong way, and you're just like, ugh. But, I think I ran into, like, 3 different legendaries. I ran into Azelf, which I was, like, not too keen to hunt. I think I ran into one of the Reggies, but I was not, like, you know, I was like, eh, sort of thing. And then the final one I ran into was Virizion. And I was like, oh yeah, Virizion. Like, you can get them shiny in Sword and Shield, but you have to do a picnic reset for them. Where you just have to keep resetting your game over and over again. On top of where they spawn. And it can be pretty tedious. And I know a good portion of people don't like doing that hunt because the odds are also... I think they are... the full odds, like they don't get affected by the shiny charm whatsoever. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll just do these guys because, you know, it'd probably be better odds because I am doing it in the ultra wormhole and I did get a decent distance. And also shiny charm actually works in that game for those encounters. It was still a very long hunt. It took me 2 days to do it. And it was, I think, the day before I was heading over to Japan, and I was talking to my sister about plans that we had in Japan. That was just soft resetting on Discord, and I ended up getting it at about, like, some stupidly high number. It was, like, within odds, technically, but it was kind of a high number. I saved the screenshot, at the very least, of how long it took me. Let me see if I can find it, because it was a whiles back. Yeah, it took me 1,359 resets, which is like slightly under the odds of 1,365. But I freaked out pretty hard getting it. Which kind of sucked because there was only my sister who doesn't care about Pokemon. So I got little to no response from her. But yeah, I eventually caught it in a heavy ball. So I now have a shiny pink Virizion sitting in my Pokemon Ultra Moon game. Which is really cool. And I thought about it and I was like, maybe I should do like one of the 3DS hunts on stream at some point. But the problem is that like that took me 2 days to find. And that was like on-off like hunting as well. I don't know if you guys would like to see me just sit down for like several hours and like soft reset. Maybe you like that sort of thing. I don't know. How was your trip? It was definitely fun. It was very tiring at the same time though. Because we did go running around a lot and eating a lot. I definitely put on weight, which I predicted, but you know, it is what it is. But the food there was so good. If there's one thing I miss about coming back here, is that 7-Eleven is so nerfed over here. Like, over 7-Eleven in Japan is like a whole nother beast. You can buy so much stuff there. From like, you can get drinks and stuff. Cold, hot, like heated drinks there. You can get onigiris, which will pretty much serve you as like a means of like eating a meal, because you can just get 2 onigiris and you're like set for like a whole meal. Get slushies, drinks. You can pick up the latest manga sometimes. If you are obviously interested and can read that stuff. They often have a little section for like the latest manga, so that was a pretty thing. You could combine the hunts with watching videos. That is true. Or if I was good enough, I could sort of combine it with the Switch as well, because the 3DS and... I think we did that for our Dynamax hunt, is where we had the 3DS running doing horde battles to see if we could find a shiny, which unfortunately we didn't find anything there. I would like to try chain fishing again, because there are still a couple mons that I needed chain fish. The only downside is that one of the mons I need is Skrelp, which is in my... I think it's in Y. And it's also next to Shelder, and I ended up catching a shiny Shelder. I was like, no, dude, I don't need this. There's not really many Pokemon I think I need using chain fishing anymore. It's literally very few in like X and Y, and I don't even think there's anything in Oras I can catch, because I had the cute charm file. Yeah, I think doing 2 separate hunts would definitely be a better strategy. This Litten is not showing up, that's for sure. Another thing I have to start considering is that I've got to start a new game at some point. Because we finished Super Mario RPG last week. So next week I've got to think of something new to play. And I know I think the Princess Peach game's coming out next month. So I feel like the game that I play is probably going to be something short. What will be the next game? That is the big question. I do have like a handful of games that I would like to do, but a couple of them are quite long. So I'm just like, because I do want to stream the Princess Peach game, because I think it'd be a fun little streaming romp. I don't think it's a super serious game by what it is, but I think it'd be fun. But let me see when it comes out. That might actually help. Doop-a-doo. When are you coming out? I don't need a trailer, I just need 22nd of March. There's it's still a decent ways away. So we could do some sort of game. Something that I can do in a couple of streams, essentially. Which is tough, because a couple of my games ideas that I want probably will take more than a couple of streams, to be truthful, but yeah. Ah, all this managing. Oh, I know what I could do. I could do some randomizers. I haven't done a randomizer in so long. I'd love to do a randomizer. I haven't done one since like what, last year, which is really shocking. And there's been a lot of updates since, so that I think that would be a nice thing to do, just a couple of randomizers. I think that will carry us over, including with the shiny month. Especially since there's a randomizer I want to try out with Zelda, which is the new one where it's a combination of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask together. I think that would be pretty fun. Obviously, I'm not going to make it stupidly hard, because I know some people have made it hard where they shuffle like the Song of Time into the pool, and they're just like, yeah, that won't bite me in the butt. The whole fact that like Majora's Mask is on a 3-day cycle without the Song of Time. But yeah, I think that might be what I might do. I might give a go, is do some randomizers. I hope you guys look forward to it. You get to see how my luck is in that game. I know our last stream, which was like on my birthday, that was quite a while back as well. Another thing I could possibly do is I have to train up my amiibos for April. So that is another thing that I have to do, because I have a couple that I have to train up. Like some from scratch, and a couple I just need to retrain after seeing their performance in the previous tournament I did. Yeah, the pool of amiibos I have is getting bigger. So it might slow down now that Sora's been released. And maybe the fact I don't have any space for any of my amiibos at the moment. I'm like running out of room. I'm like, oh boy. And I went to the Nintendo store in Shibuya, which is was a very interesting experience to say the least. It was packed, to say the least. And just seeing all the displays there. My mum enjoyed it a little bit, but she was also shocked by how full it was. We did the silly thing where we went on a weekend, so it was packed. But I got 2 more amiibos. Woo. I just like the store over there was packed with amiibos. Like they had a wall dedicated to amiibos, and it made me just realize like how unfortunate we are over here in Australia. Like I haven't seen a wall of amiibos like at all in Australia. And to see like a wall of just dedicated like Nintendo stuff was pretty wild. I did see some interesting amiibos whilst I was also over in Japan. In a random store we went to, I think in Ikebukuro, I saw an Isabelle amiibo, like the one for Smash, and I was like, oh, okay, they have these ones. I actually bought mine from Japan last time I went. And then I looked in another area, and they just had this whole, like, tray of just the same Isabelle amiibo. And I was like, did they just not sell? Is this like a reprint? Like, why do they... Oh, there it is. Why do these people have so many, like, Isabelle amiibos, you know? I was supposed to get a Pokemon with Flash Fire. Didn't. Gotta go fast. You will do. definitely stands out. Look how bright it is. Definitely a good hunt. Alright, here we go. What do I want to do? Premier Ball would be nice, but I can't even put this thing to sleep. I'm trying to decide, like, what I should do. Because I could switch in Breloom and go for Spore. But, like, that Flash Fire is... Not the Flash Fire, the Flare Blitz is just in the back of my mind. There it is. I mean, we could just wait till it wastes all 15 of them. And then we don't run into that risk. So that's 2. I have plenty of time on the sandwich. I can wait, Litton. Just keep using Flare Blitz. Because I do not want to run the risk of you KOing yourself. Because I did have that unfortunate situation happen. It wasn't on a shiny, thankfully, but like, I think when I was catching these starters during getting the living decks, I had so many fire starters just take themselves out. And also another problem is that our Breloom is weak against fire. So if we get hit by a Flare Blitz, it would do so much damage to us. Oh, it has Thrash as well. Cool. What an awful moveset. Can we just get a crit capture, please? I've caught one of these before. Okay, now it's just gonna thrash over and over again. No, use Flare Blitz. I need you to waste Flare Blitz. I don't trust you. And I realize I'm also online. That was a bad mistake because I can't run away from this. Well, we're in it for the long haul, boys. Timer Ball. Oh. Yeah, struggle is also an issue too. At least if I know it's struggling, I can switch over to Breloom. I realize that's not going to work. I have this Chandelure. Ah, this is rough. I mean, worst comes to worst, I have 40 Master Balls from the stupid bots out here on the internet. I think that's like 5 Flare Blitz already. I hope you guys are liking this gameplay. You should have had Chansey to heal your Pokemon with the wild Pokemon. That is true. That could have been a thing, but Chansey's also not physically strong, so... What does Level Ball do? And the problem is that the starters have really bad catch rates too. Alright. I will take it. Not the best ball to take it in, but I will take the capture. Because that was painful. Alrighty. See. Yeah, it still had like plenty of moves to go. How much time do I have left on the sandwich? 7 minutes? I think we'll just stay here. Use up the rest of the sandwich here. Every time you find a shiny, a bomb will be placed in the little character thing. Okay. Good to know. My screen will be blowing up. Yeah, that probably wasted quite a lot of time, I must admit. Just doing that. Speaking of, let me just quickly do this. Gotta double check because I can see there may be some bots here. So I want to get rid of them real quick whilst I'm doing this hunt. Like real people, not bots. Thank you very much. Though it feels like people are making new bots every day, so it's very hard to like keep up with them, you know? Doop-a-doo. Okay, I think that's all of them. There was like 3 of them sitting in here. Let me see if I can find them. They're still in the actual stream. No, they all been sitting here for quite a while. Should I do one for the shiny you found? If you'd like to, go ahead. Just make sure you got a bit of a clearing so you don't get launched off into like the side of the screen where you just stop showing up. Twitch is planning changes where bots require authorization from the streamer to be able to join the chat. Ooh, that does sound good. Could really use with that. Thankfully, bots don't seem to, like, show up as much compared to the real people who do show up for my streams, even if they only show up for, like, 5 minutes and such, and have to head off. I prefer a person who literally says, "Hi, how are you?" and talks to me for, like, 5 minutes and then says, "I've got to go do something," and then leave. Over a bot that sits in my chat and says nothing and just sits there doing bot things. I don't know. I honestly don't know the purpose of those bots, really. If only YouTube did that too. God, bots on YouTube are rough. They usually do that to collect stats and chat logs. Ugh. Little spies is what they are. Yeah, I guess I'll have to come back here and do this Litten hunt again at some point. Definitely a very useful location. But yeah, the bots on YouTube are just as aggressive. I think I recently saw something where it was like somebody talking about how there's like even some channels are botted. Like the actual uploader and stuff is a bot. There was like this silly conversation where they mentioned how this channel is a bot and the only people who really reply to them are bots, and the bot of the channel replies to the bots. So it's just two bots talking to each other, which is just shows how sad of an affair YouTube has become with these bots. It's just like, why? And it doesn't help that, oh, what was it recently? The new AI that got released recently, or not really released recently, but has been showed off recently, was AI Sora, funnily enough named. But like how it's just improved a stupid amount, like since the last time they used it. And it honestly was genuinely scary, some of the imagery it showed off. It showed this image of like, it's, for those who don't know, I think AI Sora is a video prompter. So you've probably seen like ChatGPT do prompts for words and then Photoshop do like images. So Sora is that just for videos. And one of the videos it had was like 3 golden retriever puppies playing in snow. And I kid you not, it looked pretty good. Like, it looked pretty realistic. And that was honestly scary, thinking that that was not real, like, at all. There were not 3 dogs there playing in the snow. It was just AI imagery. They were pretty bad if you paid attention to the details. Oh, yeah, but, like, for what it is, it's pretty good, like, how far it's gotten. Like, I mean, I think people were memeing on the fact of the Will Smith eating spaghetti video, which was pretty funny. But, like, from looking at it from there to, like, now, it is getting a lot better. But you just know that somebody's going to use it for, like, awful things. Because no matter what you make in this world, someone's going to use it for evil, fortunately. Like, how people were using deepfakes and, like, AI voices to scam people because, you know, they're just individuals who have no sense of soul or humanity left in them. But, there was something I saw. It was actually on the news for us in Australia. So, apparently people are getting in trouble for 3D printing stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, 3D printing, it's kind of odd that it's getting people in trouble. Why is it getting people in trouble? Because apparently people have, like, there are some individuals out there who are using 3D printers to print guns. I'm not kidding. Like, in Australia, we're having this issue where people are just printing parts of guns to make a 3D printed gun. And I assume with, like, the right materials, it would probably work as, like, a functional gun. Which is, like, wild to think that you can just 3D print something like that. Gotta pick up this shiny that's at my foot. And unfortunately, Australia's been having issues with youth crime as well, so that's probably another reason why they want to nip this in the butt straight away. Alright, that's the sandwich done. Alrighty, so I guess we move on to something else. How would that gun work without exploding? I don't know. I think it's like a spring-loaded one instead of like the usual one. I didn't see exactly, but yeah, they're like, I think it's like people are making the parts to make the gun, and then it's weird and awful to think that that's what people's are doing. I didn't look too deep into it because I was just browsing, but I was kind of shocked that that was a thing that was on the news, like, hey, did you know people are making guns? And I was like, what? Why? How? But apparently maybe it's just not even for, like, usage of actually firing stuff. It could be a scare tactic. Because, I mean, let's think about it. You're more likely to give someone stuff if they're holding something that looks suspiciously like a gun. Alrighty, where to next? let's get back on topic. What should we hunt for real quick? What do I feel like hunting? Actually, I got that one already. I just noticed. Probably should mark off the ones we've managed to catch so I can keep an eye out on what we do and don't have. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I don't think I've done many electric hunts. Yeah, I've got a lot of electric things I haven't hunted for. So I think I might do some electric hunting. Like, we have a lot that's over in Blueberry to do. And we also have a couple of other things here in Paldea. Not too many over in Kitakami. It's literally just Charge-a-Bug and Electric. So we don't really have much there. Let's look up a video for electric types. I could do Voltorb and Electrode. I don't have either of those. I don't think. Don't have Wattrel. And I don't have Tadbulb, which Tadbulb's gonna be awful to do. I think everything. Toxel I don't have. And its evolution. Dynamo and Electric I don't have. And I think the only other Electric is like, what, Iron Hands and Iron Thorns, which I don't have Iron Hands, surprisingly, despite everyone else having Iron Hands. Yeah, maybe we'll go... I think we'll do Electric. Gotta go to said location before we start the sandwich. I think, yeah, I'm gonna do Electrode and... okay, Voltorb I can do an isolated hunt. The Electrode one has Dedenne. And knowing my luck, we would end up finding Dedenne over Voltorb, so... It is right here. And thankfully Voltorb is very easy to see. And I believe also the regular Voltorbs will, like, explode. So we don't have to worry about that. My next question is, does Voltorb learn Explosion at this point? Because that would be another thing I have to keep into consideration. Because the last thing we need is, like, to find the Voltorb and it just explodes on us. I disconnect from the internet right now because I don't see anybody else joining at the moment. That will keep it safer if we do run into the Voltorb. Well, my game just lagged hard. Okay. Electric Sandwich, Yellow Pepper. Some of these sandwiches here are just so absurd. Like, I can't imagine making some of these ones. Like, look at this. It just doesn't give you anything that useful when you can just make a sandwich with, like, 2 Herba Mystica and 1 ingredient. Eventually I'm gonna have to go get more Herba Mystica. whilst I'm doing this, I'm going to quickly change the image, because that's not our target anymore. But I do have to hunt back in things like Sun and Moon and such. There we go. I've noticed the lag spikes have got more frequent with the last DLC. Yeah, that's another big reason I do want them to just focus on this game, as opposed to going to a new game already. Ready? Oh, so I could just make them explode. That despawns them. Oh yeah, it totally they just disappear. It's kind of sad if you think about it. We're just walking around near these things and they just explode immediately. Thank goodness the shiny cannot explode. It's hard-coded not to. Oh no, these are exploding in the overworld. And also soak doesn't help, I don't think. Soak only changes the typing. And I do have a damp mon because I used it during our hunt for Minior. Man, these things explode like crazy. Angry. At least also the shiny is very easy to see once we actually do find it. Too close. The hit box on these guys is actually kind of massive for what they are. At least, thankfully, these are the only things spawning here. Yeah, there was quite a lot of things I guess for those who don't follow, I guess, the Alchemist or in their Discord channel, you probably have just had radio silence from me in regarding to my trip. Yeah, there was quite a lot we did. Also in Tokyo. We did go to Akihabara, which is like Electric Town, and basically full of just merchandise. So we went and did a lot of shopping there. But man, there were so many figurines there. Interestingly enough, we noticed there was a lot of One Piece figurines. I mean, I understand that One Piece is popular, but I was like, dang, this is like almost 60% of like figurines that you see in a shop are just One Piece. And it was also wild because they had some figurines of the live action version of One Piece. And I was just like, whoa, they've already got like figurines for like the live action already, like popping up and everything like that. Because I think they did have the live act. It was on Netflix, so Japanese people could have watched it too. And I believe they just used the voice actors from the Japanese, like the anime itself, to do the like their dubbing of it. Because obviously it's all in English. But it was kind of wild, to say the least. There were a good chunk of like Pokemon figurines. I really wanted some of them, and I did get a couple of small ones, but there was one in particular I really wanted, but it was just far too expensive for like my liking, which was a Latios and Latias statue, which had little Soldew like between the two of them flying in a circle. And I was like, oh man, I really would have wanted that, but I've seen it for cheaper. It was like 400, essentially $400 when I saw it in the shop there, and I'd seen it for cheaper, so I was like, no. Just gonna have to like give that one a skip. But a part of me was just like, oh, I really wish I'd gotten that, but at the same time, I'm like, do I want to spend like an extra $100 to guarantee getting it when I could easily have gotten it online for cheaper? Pokemon cards, I think card games has also gotten a lot bigger in Japan. I don't know, I feel like there were a lot more card shops, or maybe I just only noticed there's more card shops around. And I did actually end up buying a Pokemon card, which was the Hisuian Lilligant card. The one, I think it was from Astral Radiance or something like that. I've been trying to find it online for like the longest time for a decent price, and I just couldn't find it at all. They were always $40 or $50, and I was just like, I don't know if I want to spend that much money on a card that I just semi-like. And I found a Japanese one over when I was at Japan, and they were like 18 bucks, and I was like, I will take it. It's just Japanese font, I can handle that. So now I have the card that I wanted. And hello there, the Damiol. We're doing some shiny hunting over in Pokemon Violet as part of our shiny hunting session. We are up to 7, and we plan to do about 30 of them. Currently hunting Voltorb. That's probably why you can hear the sound of them just exploding constantly. I'm a giveaway guy for shiny legendaries on Pokemon Home, just landed on your stream. See, so you're the second person. Because someone else also showed up saying the same thing. Really? Yeah, I'm not joking. I think when there was the start of the our shiny Litten hunt, that was about half an hour ago. Yeah, somebody dropped by and was asking if I would like some shiny and regular legendaries. I think it's probably because I'm playing Pokemon, so people who want to trade legendaries and give giveaways and stuff like that probably would see my stream and be like, oh, they would want to do trades. But yeah, I am doing a Shinydex, but I'm pretty particular on what I put in it. If you have Pokemon Home, I'll give you one for free. Is it a legal sort of shiny? Not like one of those genned shinies, because I cannot stand genned shinies, I will admit. Giving away stuff 100%. Right. Because, like, the only shiny I could really think of, like, off the top of my head for a legendary that I would really like... 100% legal, I mean. No, I get what you mean, don't worry. Probably like the Galarian birds. That's the only ones I missed. I missed out on that event to get the shiny Galarian birds. I think all the other legendaries I'm going to be currently hunting for them eventually. But yeah, that's all I can really think about. I don't think... Have I... Oh my god, I don't have the Galarian birds. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, those were like event exclusives, and I unfortunately missed out a good chunk of the Sword and Shield event quest. Like mystery gifts and stuff like that. I did get the Zamazenta and the Zacian, and somebody was kind enough to trade me an Eternatus, the shiny Eternatus. Yeah, I missed out on the Galarian birds, and I missed out on Zarude when it first popped up, along with that, I think it's shiny Celebi in the Japanese one only, but I missed definitely out on the Zarude, and it took me like years later when I was doing the living decks to finally get a Zarude by just browsing the home Reddit site for like the longest time. I only got the shiny Eternatus, yeah. I have Rayquaza, Mew, Mewtwo, Zekrom, Yveltal, Eternatus. This is really hard. I'm reading chat whilst running around Electrics. Melmetal, the Zamas, Pokeball Magearna. Did you know that Pokemon was created by Satoshi Tajiri? Which Pokemon off the just things? The three Cavalion, Virizion, and the Brachion, perhaps? Yeah. There is so much happening all at once, and I am like getting bamboozled. I will not lie. Give me 1 sec. I need to stand somewhere where they spawn in so they explode. Let's see. And I guess I should say first hello to Alex Song Ham Sofa. I believe that's what it is. I missed the K. I don't know how to pronounce that. But welcome to the stream. Looking at what you have, I assume these are all legal mons. The one that probably piques my interest the most would be Melmetal, because I missed out on the Melton event I think they had in Pokemon Go, where they had like the increased shiny odds for them. Yeah, and like I do have Pokemon Go, but like I stopped playing it for a little while. And I was just like, oh, oops. I've gotten back into it now because I started collecting postcards from people around the world, because I'm going to be trying to shiny hunt all the Vivillon patterns. The only downside is that with Melmetal and Melton is just, oh, that ugly Go symbol. I really wish there was a way to hide it in Pokemon Home. Like, it would only just be a little check mark. Just hide the Go symbol when I'm looking through the Switch version of, like, Home. That would be, like, literally my only, like... Well, my second biggest, like, feedback of that game would be, like, can we hide the Go symbol? Because it is so ugly. I understand that those Pokemon are totally legal and stuff like that, but, like, bro, just... Why does it stick out like such a sore thumb? But yeah, I think if you type in home code, I think exclamation mark home code, Nightbot will tell you what my home code is. If I am correct. It's been a while since I've used Nightbot, I'm not gonna lie. I've been away for 2 weeks, so forgive me if that's not the right thing. Give me one second. No, that is correct. It should have popped up. Let me try. Nightbot, are you not here? No, Nightbot's here, but he's not responding. Weird. It should have responded. Well, yeah, no, Nightbot is just chilling. Let me just try something else and see if Nightbot responds. Maybe Nightbot's taking a break. Yeah, Nightbot's just not working right now. He is just he's just sleeping. Yeah, my Nightbot's been disconnected. What the heck? He's just chilling. That's weird. Yeah, no. Let me try something now. No, Nightbot's still not responding. Hello there, Jonathan. We're just trying to figure out what happened to Nightbot. Nightbot's just, not responding or something? There we go. There's Nightbot. Goodness. There we go. Nightbot is back. I don't know why Nightbot got disconnected. He's sleeping on the job. But, how are you, Jonathan? Good to see you. I've been away for a little while, so I haven't seen a lot of you guys for quite some time. Hope things have been good on your end. By the sound of it, it has been. Sent your request? No worries. I shall open my mobile phone that I casually have next to me. Yeah, that was really weird that Nightbot was just sleeping on the job. Like, it was like totally disconnected. How many shiny Voltorbs? None yet. Fia? Yep, that's me. We haven't gotten any shiny Voltorbs. That's just currently the target right now. We have caught 2 shinies so far on stream. Which was a shiny Frigibax and a shiny Litten. No, not yet. I forgot I transferred some Pokemon from home, from Go, because I've been trying to finish the Go Dex a little bit. Looks like it is there. I see your name, Demoy, and I'm just reminded of like Demoy Hermitor from Monster Hunter. I will not lie. All right, it looks like it's good to go with the trade. It's been a while since I've traded anything on home. I've been off the home Reddit for quite a while now that I finally got the Zarude I was looking for. Because I want to try and catch a lot of the shinies myself before I do any tradings. Didn't see your name yet? That's weird. Maybe just quickly refresh and see if it pops up. Because I can see you, I've just befriended you, so... Something exploded next to me. Yeah, I'll trade one of these. I have plenty of these. No worries. I do have a cute charm platinum, so I've been catching a bunch of mons from those games, so I have plenty of Whoopers. They're totally legal because they're RNG manipulated. So I only use RNG manipulation to get my secret ID and my trainer ID to line up in a certain way. It took me 3 days, but now whenever I use a female cute charm mon at the front, or a male cute charm, it gets me female shinies. I think that was like my first time I'd ever done RNG manipulation, and I will admit I am terrible at it. I have a tendency to hit things too quickly. Hope you're happy with your shiny Melmetal. No worries. Plus, if I ever do get my own Melmetal and stuff like that, I'll just give this Melmetal to someone else. I'm sure they would like it. But yeah, thank you so much for the offer regardless. Oh, that's a very cute... Is that what I think? Oh, that's so cute. Little moth emote. That's very cute. But yeah. Hope you enjoyed the little whooper. Everybody likes a little cute whooper. Good luck with the shiny hunt. No worries. I tried RNG manipulation for my BDSP, but it completely failed and gave up. Yeah, RNG manipulation is not easy, especially on the Switch versions from what I've heard. I believe you can do it with stationary mons over in the 3DS. I have been considering doing it, but the problem is that a lot of the stationary mons I have left are just like, join a Discord for Pokemon giveaways. I got a shiny Reshiram and Zekrom from it. Oh yeah. The only downside is that there's a good chance that, like, if it's from those type of things, that they're most likely botted. But that's always like the issue with certain things. Oh, there he is. I looked away for a second. In BDSP, yeah, the noise. That's always a big issue. Look at him, he's so blue. A really nice blue too. Well, clearly we have to put him in a Great Ball, right? See if we can get him in one. Yeah, let's go. Shiny ball. Alrighty. Voltorb and Electrode, like both forms, like the Hisuian and the regular one, have such good shinies. These guys, they're so simple in design, but they're so blessed with such great shinies. We might as well stick around for the last 7 minutes, why not? But yeah, I do remember hearing about the noise situation with when doing RNG manipulation. Because I was looking at a video where they were talking about people RNGing Pokemon Colosseum Shadow Pokemon. And they were talking about how one of the areas just has so much noise due to the water, and they showed like these on the screen the noise level, and it was wild seeing the numbers like fly by because it was so rapid with the water textures and stuff like that. But yeah, I haven't considered doing any RNG manipulation of recent. A part of me wants to, but it's a very tedious process, and I am pretty bad at it at times. I have a tendency to hit things too early, like a fraction too early. I spent like a good portion of my RNG manipulating, like hitting the number on the wrong section, and I was just like, oh. I might consider doing it on my on maybe like a hot, because I do have now my modded 3DS, and I can at least give it a try with that. It'll be a bit difficult, but I could give it a try with one of my files on there. But I do believe I also have like a tool that could actually do that for me. And I don't know, like a part of me is like, yeah, that's kind of cheating if I did it like that. And also a lot of the mons I already have gotten just through Platinum alone. There's only like a very small handful that I do need. And unless I do like a standing RNG manipulation for legendaries, that's like literally it that I can think of that I need, are mostly legendaries. But a part of me is like, maybe I should go for Shaman. I do know that Shaman's Mystery Gift is not available, but I could technically get the, with the DNS trick, get the ticket for Shaman, or the letter, Oak's letter. Because technically I need 2 Shaman, and I only have one on my BDSP file, so it actually might be in my best interest to go back and maybe RNG manip or like soft reset for the shaman in platinum. Hey AJ, good to see ya. It's been a while. Just doing our usual shiny hunting. We did get a Voltorb just a moment ago, but yeah. And hello there, Dev Does Stupid. Good to see you as well. Back from my trip from Japan. How was the trip? It was definitely fun. I do miss like a lot of things now that I come back to Australia. But it's also nice to be able to just relax. We were just going like 100% like travel mode when we were there. Constantly going to look for things. Did buy a lot of merch. And I'd managed to get myself some Tamagotchis that I wanted. I got some really cool ones too. So I found, what was it? Hello there, R433 Good to see ya. I found, what was it? I think it's like a Tamagotchi for you. It was, I think at a slightly cheaper price because the screen was scratched. So I have to figure out how to fix that. And thank you so much for the follow as well. And I found a smart. Actually my mum found it. I mentioned to her that I was looking for a Tamagotchi smart, but because uni just came out, a lot of the smart stuff's just been tossed to the side, and it was just impossible to find anything. Compared to like the several months before where my sister and her partner went, and they saw like easily stacks of it. It's just all gone, and I was just like, yikes! I really missed out on that part. Just caught a shiny Litleo? Congrats! What gender is it, or are you just planning to keep it a Litleo? Dang, yeah, I know. So, I told my mom that I was like, yeah, I'm looking for this particular one, not the uni. And it's female? Okay. We went to a Don Quixote, which is a big shopping mart, which has got like several floors and stuff like that. It's like one of the biggest shopping marts, and you could technically just get lost in there for like an hour or so. Got to go, stop by my stream sometimes, I'll give you more shinies. But thank you so much for the follow as well, Demoy, and thank you for the shiny. I'm not entirely sure if, I assume it's legit. If it isn't, then I can always just give it to someone else, no biggie. But thank you so much, regardless, just for the giveaway. And I hope you enjoyed the Wooper that you got. But, my mom then was like, oh, you missed a shiny? I did? Ah, dang, did I? I guess I looked away from the screen. Because I went to talk to, somebody. I'm guessing it's not here anymore. If it exploded, then it wasn't a shiny, because the shinies can't explode. So I guess I just must have missed it. Ah, that's a shame. I might have to go back into the VOD and double check where I missed it. Because I don't know when I missed it as well. I did catch one already, so I'm not too bummed, but it does kind of suck. That's the downside of delay, is that you guys, when you're chatting, I think you're like on a couple of seconds delay, so if I do supposedly miss the shiny, I can't like just casually go back at that point. Alrighty. Turn that off for a sec, my phone. We've got 2 minutes left. Legit one, good luck through. No worries, Demoy. Speaking of shinies, I caught a shiny Bagon on my birthday. Ooh, did it have the Destiny mark? Because that's something I want to do as well, is that I want to do some shiny hunting on my birthday so I can try and get a Destiny Mark shiny. I wish it did, but it's still a great find. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's definitely, it's a shiny regardless. Marks are definitely cool, like, adds to the coolness of it, but yeah. Shiny's still shiny. How much of the sandwich do we have left? This will be our final round. Right, I think we will call it there, because the sandwich is about to run out. Why is Twitch so laggy today? Is it laggy for you guys? Because it also could be on your side as well. Let's put this Voltorb away. Only for me then? Yeah, it might be. See if you can give it a refresh and see if that helps. Okay. Alrighty, Voltorb done. A lot of these sandwiches we're getting today seems to be like we get the mon like right near the end, so we don't really have much chance of getting another mon. So I guess I did miss one shiny, I'm not sure, I just didn't see it. I think I legitimately looked away from my screen for just a brief second to read comments and looked at my computer. Guess that is the downside of that sort of thing. I clipped the missed shiny. To be frank, it spawned barely in your view. Ah, okay, so that probably didn't help if it's like stupidly hard for me to see. Pokemon Day is next Tuesday. Ah, okay, that's good to know. Okay, let me take a look. Oh yeah, wow. That, I legit have to put the speed down. Holy heck. Oh yeah, there is the shiny. That's a little rough to say the very least. Oh well. But yeah, like that thing, I don't think, yeah, let me take a look where it's, and we'll see where it spawned in. Oh yeah, it did spawn in on my screen. I just missed it, unfortunately. That's a shame. Well, at least we technically have it as a clipped as a, so it's there. We will miss you, background Rotom. Not Rotom, Voltorb. Alrighty. Well, we got one. It does suck that I missed that other one, because that would have helped me complete the line, but, you know. I'm using you as background music as I shiny hunt Fennekin. Good luck with that. I think I do technically need one more Fennekin. I did hatch 2 of them Masuda method style, but I still technically need one more. But we already did a fire sandwich at the moment, so I think I want to go for a different type of sandwich real quick. Maybe a poison sandwich might be interesting. Let's take a look and see what we can catch as poison. Marini is a nice shiny. I think I might go for Marini. Because it's a pretty bright shiny. And there are a couple of other ones I don't have as poison types. See where Marini spawns. Yep. Just out Levincia. Let us head there. Kind of sad that a lot of my outbreaks aren't that great. I like that kind of pink. It is a nice pink for sure. Yeah, all my outbreaks are kind of butt. Like, I mean, I need Hatter. I need these two, so maybe we can do those afterwards. Because outbreak shinies are also pretty good odds. We will come back for you, Voltorb, at some point. But I guess it's just a skip. Because I apparently missed you for like 1 second. That's what I guess that is the downside of hunting. That sometimes your eyes just do not focus. Okay, so right here. Wiglet is another one I have to get eventually. I got Wugtrio instead of Wiglet. Right. Marini. Here we go. Oh, that's kind of big, the sprite. Let me just squeeze that down. There we go. Nice pink. Gonna just look up the sandwich type. I'm gonna just put it here on the same link. See it a bit better. Poison is noodles. I was just looking here, I'm like, why do I have so many of these? But it's from, I think, the other Valentine stuff. I do remember there was a Valentine's related event ages ago. There we go. I wish I had that much herba. Yeah. I will give you a hint for that. I just joined people who are doing Blissey raids. I think on YouTube, there's some people who will do like raids for mons. Things like ability patches on a Ditto. Blissey raid for a bunch of herba. And shiny Pokemon. These are botted raids, so a bot does run them. I believe the Pokemon you do catch in them are completely genuine, though. Except I don't really like the idea of the shiny ones, because I feel like that's a bit, you know, cheap. And, like, why collect Herba Mystica and do all the shiny hunting yourself if you're just going to join those raids? I mean, there are some people who join those raids, because it still registers under your trainer ID. But yeah, I just ignore those. I just get the Herba Mystica ones and just join those. And they're pretty easy to find. If you like look up live Blissey raids, you can join them. You just have to be careful when you join them. Because you got to take into account time zones and how many people are online. Because sometimes you'll get times when I guess the viewer count's so high that people are just with the faster typing skills. I think you can do that if you have your switch out. You can just use your fingers. They can join the raids a lot faster, and you might miss out and have to just keep waiting. Yeah, that's how I got most of my Herba Mystica, was just joining those Herba raids so I could stockpile them. I don't catch the Blissey or anything like that, I let it go, but like, yeah. Yeah, it's bots that do time skipping directly in the game code until they find a high value raid that takes just a few seconds. Yeah, pretty much, so that's why I don't go for any of the shinies. I do go for the Herba Mystica because I can use that to find shinies that are more legitimate. But yeah. To each his own. Everybody has a method of how they want to do shiny hunting and such like that. That's totally fine by me. I just want to try and keep my shinies English and non-gend. That's like kind of my thing. This Magikarp keeps spawning here and I keep thinking it's the one. But they also still doing that over in the Dynamax raids as well, I think. You can go onto people's Twitches and they're like streaming Dynamax raids and stuff like that. Wish there was something that could tell you raids that would get you Herba from and not just hacking or exploiting to get them. Yeah. I mean, your only best bet is to what? What's the word? Is to just date skip and just check every single, like, den until you find Pokemon that give you high Herba Mystica. But, yeah, you can see why a lot of people try to do the whole, like, the whole botted raids, because it's just so much easier. Like, sometimes you just don't have time to look at every single raid on the map. Or date skip. Like, I can't really date skip for a little while because I had to, like, get berries over in Shining Pearl to make the Poffins. Because I'm trying to go for the ribbon in those games. As well as to get the one Pokemon I'm missing from that game to put into home, which is Milotic. Which you need, obviously, the beauty stat of. So I couldn't date skip for a little while, or I date skipped once for, I think, stream, and then it completely messed up my berries. And I had to just wait for like several days for them to even start growing again. So until I'm like 100% done with Shining Pearl, I don't really want to do date skipping. The only other Pokemon I really need to finish the dex in Shining Pearl is literally Spinder, which makes me really upset. I need to trade a couple of Pokemon. But I don't have Spinder, and it only shows up on a mass outbreak, and I haven't checked that game for a little while. And it's not like you can transfer a Spinder into that game because of the whole, you know, Spinder issue. So it's like one of the roadblocks for me getting the shiny charm in that game. I don't even know if I am really collecting those mons for the shiny charm. I mean, I'd rather do egg hunting in this game, but I mean, I'd wanted to have the whole national dex. My eyes playing tricks with me on these Fennekins. I mean, shiny Fennekin's pretty, like, you know, when BDSP released, I had a daily berry picking routine for a whole month. Yeah, I can understand. I've been like trying to get some of them berries. Because I did find a guide online to get like the best berries, like those mild Poffins. And I do want to get a bunch of mons with the ribbons on them. So I can do the contests and stuff. I'm thinking of like getting a Pokemon from one of my older games and making it into a ribbon master. I just haven't decided what mon I should do. Like... Excuse me, what? What? Game, I'm nowhere near that poor mod. I shouldn't have, like... that poor mod, I shouldn't have even, like, activated that. What? Oh, there's another mon I need to get a shiny of. Is Tootle. I actually caught a shiny Tootle chain fishing in Sword and Shield. But I evolved into Dreadnought, so I technically need another Tootle. And a part of me is like, maybe I should just go back to Sword and Shield fishing, because there's a couple of mons I could probably get from chain fishing in that game. That's a glitch. Yeah, it seems to be a pretty common one, the sleeping Pokemon of the tree having the world's biggest hitbox. And I've been also trying to catch all the legendaries over in BDSP. I don't think I'll shiny hunt them there, because it would just be full odds, and I don't have time for that. Like, when I could easily get them in another game at much faster odds, like, soft resetting in the 3DS and the regular games is so much faster than soft resetting on the Switch. Soft resetting on the Switch is nightmarishly long. It's just a shame we don't have an actual proper way to soft reset. Imagine if we did, where we could just press a button combination that allows us to soft reset. I still need a shiny hunt Darkrai and Arceus and BDSP. Same. I gotta hunt those guys and Shaman over there too. I just haven't worked up the... I guess... worked up doing that. Why did Pokemon start shiny locking Pokemon like Miraidon and Gen 9? I think Gen 8 starters. Yeah, I think Gala's starters were shiny locked as well. I do not know why. I guess it's because, like... I assume because they liked having their Pokemon in the overworld or something like that. So they can release them for store ads. Pretty much. At least for the mythicals and the legendaries. It does suck that we can't shiny hunt them, but I think at least I understand for the perspective of, like, the Miraidon and Koraidon not being shiny. I mean, you ride these guys for the entirety of the game. It'd be a bit jarring, or like, people would not play the game if they knew that you could shiny hunt these guys, because heck, you get them in a sort of awkward spot in the game, because you see a whole cutscene where they're flying around through the air, you help them with a sandwich, they rescue you through the cave, then you talk to Arven, and I believe you battle Arven, and then you finally get Miraidon. Like, it's a long sequence. I think you can at least save before you talk to Arven, but it's a decently long sequence. Like, you gotta do a Pokemon battle every time before you get a chance to, like, reset for Miraidon and Koraidon if they were not shiny locked. And it just wouldn't make sense in the story, I guess. Like, that I understand. Treasures of Ruin, it would have been cool if they were shiny. But, yeah. I think the issue is a lot now with just the way Pokemon are showing up now. Because Pokemon just show up in the overworld and walk around. That's, like, sort of the new thing. It's not like wild encounters in the grass or anything like that. So, it's a lot harder to just program for shinies. Especially, like, it wouldn't make sense for the legendary sitting in the overworld from Snacksworth. Because they're just sort of just sitting there. And I assume, like, the moment you load them in, would be the reason, like, that would determine if they were shiny or not. So that could be another tedious hunt as well. My new controller is squeaking when I look around. Oh, you mean like the stick? Either that or your controller's rebelling against you already. As long as it's not drifting. Squeaking is fine. Drifting is not. You do not want stick drift, I can assure you. I've had issues with stick drift on my old controller. Which inevitably got me killed in Xenoblade 3 once. Because I had to jump on a tightrope to, like, grind down to a different area. And my stick drifted. So I moved to the left of the tightrope and just jumped off the edge. I kid you not. And after that, I was just like, ugh. For static encounters, they could do the old school way where you have to start the battle to determine if it's shiny or not. That could be true, but the thing is that when you encounter Pokemon, there's no, like, transition. I think that would be the hardest workaround, is dealing with the transition. It's like, for example, if I run into this Marini, there's no transition, you just go straight into the battle. I think that's the same for the legendaries too. But yeah. It is odd that they're all shiny locked. I kind of wish they weren't, but I don't think Pokemon has a solid, like, explanation to make them shiny, because it would be a bit jarring. You run into a Pokemon and then the battle, you're staring at the Pokemon, and then just as the battle cry starts, then it suddenly changes to shiny, that would be really jarring. But yeah, you can see why Sword and Shield is still a hotly debated, like, or hotly used mon shiny grinder. Because Dynamax Adventures may be slow, but it's still currently like one of the ways you can get shinies. Especially of legendaries. You could go back to some of the old games, but like, we're getting to a point where Bank is closing soon. So that's another reason I've started shiny hunting on the 3DS, is because Bank is gonna be closing up and we might not have a means to transfer the shinies up. Hello there, Fox. Good to see you. How's it going? I'm doing well. We're doing some shiny hunting. We caught 3 shinies, I think, but we did have a missed shiny. Apparently it spawned and I looked at chat for a second and missed it. You can check the clip, see that. Been a while since I've been super busy working a lot. No worries, I've been away for 2 weeks as well because I've been traveling. Oh wait, I just realized before the cutscenes you also have to make your character. Oh? What do you mean by that? You mean the starters? Because, yeah, that would be the rough part about soft resetting for the starters. Would be... You can save after you've done your character creation, but... I think you have to, like... go... Like, you legitimately see the starter Pokemon as soon as you head out the door and meet Clavel. And that's another problem too. Like, he throws out 3 Pokeballs and all 3 starters show up. So that would lock in when they're shiny or not. Then you gotta walk them all the way down to, to the other house. I think it's Nemona's house. And yeah, you're not able to run for the first part either, so... Was that one in the water it? I don't think so. I think there's Magikarp spawning as well. Marini doesn't show him up in the water. But, like I'm willing... Yeah, let's see, there's Magikarp spawning in, so it's most likely a Magikarp. I think Marini only spawns on the beach. But after a cutscene, if you didn't turn the cutscene off, you can turn it off. You then get to choose your starter. So it's an incredibly long process. And if it locks it when you first see them with Clavel, at least you could reset over and over again at that point, but it'd still be really rough because you'd have to do the whole stuff afterwards just to get it. And also, they would have to program it being shiny in the cutscene too, which makes no sense either. So yeah, I can see why they shiny locked it, because there's a whole cutscene that plays, unlike in Sword and Shield, where they're like, here's the Pokemon. In like, there's a whole like cinematic cutscene of them messing around Nemona's house. Yeah. It does suck though, because it basically means if I want to shiny hunt for the starters in this game, I have to do the Masuda method, and I don't have room in my main file. I might have to use one of my secondary files to do Masuda method. I do have Shiny Charm in both those games, because I just transfer things through home. But yeah, it still would take a while. I haven't even considered if I want to Masuda method those guys just yet. I will say I am glad we are able to find the starters just roaming around the Blueberry Academy. Because boy does that take off so much time. I think we're not having much luck with Marini, so I think we're going to move to a different location. I'm curious. Because Alolan Grimer is also poison. Oh, where's he show up though? Over here. Masuda Method did the Weed Cat. Oh, nice. Did you get it? I Masuda Quaxley and managed to get 2 of them, but I still need 1 more. Something I think would be cool is some super rare item that either can find or craft which turns a Pokemon into a shiny. Getting that item is more time consuming than shiny hunting. Yeah, it'd have to be, because the problem with, I guess, that thought is just the fact that if people figure out how to make this item super fast, like we had that glitch recently where you could duplicate Pokeballs, so my next gen 9 would be Fuecoco. Okay, so going for Fuecoco. I haven't decided which one I would go for, to be honest. Out of the, like, do I want to just go again for, Quaxley and try and get 1 more, or should I just move on into another one sort of thing? And then from there, which one do I do? Grass starter or fire starter? I think a dark, because these guys are dark types, I think a dark type sandwich would be better for these guys. Because I can see Oddish and like Tentacool spawning in as well. There's still quite a decent chunk of these guys. So it's not too big of an issue. Until I accidentally run into one, but you know. And then the only other ones I can think of that might be like, what, Firebreed Tauros? Because I do want to get Firebreed Tauros. How grey is Shiny Fennekin? I can put it up on the screen if you would like for a brief second. That's what Fennekin looks like, if that helps. Wow, look at all the tentacles. Yes, it is a fox. I do technically need 1 more Fennekin at some point. Because I do have Fennekin and the middle one. I'm blanking Breaks, and I just need to get 1 more so I can get a Delphox. Lol, I don't know much about Pokemon. I do know all the fox Pokemon. That's totally fine. You know more than my mum does. My mum knows Psyduck, and that's pretty much it. But that's because she loves Psyduck. She bought a lot of Psyduck merch while we were over in Japan. Much to my dad's chagrin. Can't remember the sneaky Foxmon that came out. In Gala, there was Nickit and Thievul. They're both foxes. Those are also 2 Pokemon I'd have to go back to Sword and Shield to hunt for, because they're not in this game. Like, a lot of Mons from Gala didn't make it, strangely enough. Well, not strangely enough, it's just... It was just like, oh, they're just gone straight away. They're only, like, available in, like, 1 game at the moment. It was just a very weird feeling, to say the least. Like, stuff like, Wooloo's not there, the Gossifleur line's not there, Yampa's line, stuff like that. Psyduck is cute. Yeah, my mom agrees with that too. Fun fact, I think somebody was doing a thing where they were talking about which Pokemon have been in, like, every single game, you know, have full attendance, as they say. And Pikachu does not have full attendance. Psyduck does, though. Psyduck is catchable in almost every game. I have to get, like, remember that shiny Alolan Grimer is like regular Grimer colors. Yeah. I think there was a couple of other oddities that I remember, like, off the top of my head. Magnemite, Rhyhorn, I think Magmortar and Electivire specifically. Happiny also has full attendance. Stuff like that. Pikachu misses his classes. Yeah, he did miss one class, which was in Unova. Because Black and White actually did take out a lot of Pokemon, really. Due to, like, the fact of just how they wanted to promote the entirety of the new region. So a lot of old Pokemon didn't come back. Does Ninetales have full attendance? No, I do not believe it does. Even if you count, I think, Alolan, Ninetales, and Vulpix. But yeah, also, I guess another thing that helped some Pokemon out with full attendance is White Forest. Oh, did you get the shiny Fennekin? Congrats! What games is it not in? I could look that up. I mean, how much sandwich time do I have left? 7 minutes, I think I can do that. But I feel like it's like, which ones? Maybe it does, I don't know. Let's see. The only thing it says is that the Alolan forms aren't available over in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Maybe I am mistakening. I'll have to double check on that video. Yeah, I think you could probably take a look and see what ones have had perfect attendance. But yeah, technically if you didn't count some DLCs, it wouldn't have shown up because Vulpix only shows up in this game in the 2 DLCs, with Alolan showing up in like Blueberry and the regular showing up in Kitakami. I did catch a shiny Vulpix in this game. I caught one in Let's Go Eevee because I wanted a shiny Ninetales on my playthrough of that team. But yeah, I had to catch another Vulpix. Oops, I forgot to turn my fan on. As long as your game doesn't crash or something, dude. Shiny Tails, yeah. The only one I need is... what? The Alolan form. Which I might go back into Sun and Moon, or like Ultra Sun and Moon. Because I think Sun and Moon actually doesn't have the shiny charm, funnily enough. It's only Ultra Sun and Moon that has the shiny charm. But I think I don't have Vulpix because I only have Ultra Moon. I never bought Ultra Sun. I only have it on the modded 3DS, so I'd have to do a whole new playthrough of that to get, like, to a point where I have the shiny charm. Hey, nice. Make sure you save the game that you've caught it. Is that your first Fennekin, or is it, like, part of a group that you've caught so far? I think we're not getting anything lucky on this sandwich. It's my first. You planning on evolving it or just keeping it as a Fennekin? And what should I name my Fennekin? Depends on gender as well, if you're going to evolve it. You have any interest in Power World, or should I ask how you feel about Power World? I know one of my friends wants me to play Power World. I don't know. It's just there to me. Like, I think it's sort of like a mixture between Ark and Pokemon. And I don't know if I really care so much for Ark sort of gameplay. And I honestly don't know how to feel about it, really. Just like, if maybe some of the designs are a bit too closely look like Pokemon, that's like my only gripe about it. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I think it just needs to branch out further away from Pokemon and not be seen as that one Pokemon clone with guns. Because, yeah, sure, that could be a selling point, but like, at the same time, it could be a point to push people away if you don't have any originality, sort of thing. It starts off fun but falls off fast in endgame, especially in combat. And it looks fun and kind of want to try it, but Arc-like games don't usually seem fun to me. Yeah. The boy with the Finnegan. I don't know why I thought Luke. That seems too much like a regular name. Call it Firefox XP or something like that. Yeah, I think as long as the Power World people want to continue, like, love Breakson's purple coat. Yeah, it's weird how, like, Finnegan's like this grayish color, but then when it evolves, it goes into this deep purple, which is really nice. But yeah, it's very... Name it something stupid? Yeah. I mean, Breakson's also, like, supposed to be a wizard or a magician, right? So something along those lines could be cool, too. Yeah, that's how Grimer looks like. But I think this sandwich is a bust. Might have to just close and quit because I didn't find anything. Now that most people reached endgame, I have seen a few people fight endgame bosses and it just looks clunky as hell. Doesn't have to be good. I did give a suggestion earlier, but it might have just gotten mixed up. I said something along the lines of like Firefox XP. Like Windows XP. Log goes out in public, asks for their name. Just call it Fox. Star Fox. Your name is Luke, sounds so basic, runs away. Well, I think it's also the issue, like, you know how some people do that thing where they name their animals like the most human names, and you're just like, I don't know about that. Naming it Window Fox. Ah, nice. It reminds me of that story about the guy who was talking about he was meeting with this co-worker called like Steve or something like that, and he would like always refer to him as Steve, etc. Talk like, and it was only like after like a month or so that eventually Steve decided to kind of correct him and mention that his name's actually Jake, and that Steve is the name of his dog, and that the guy had been calling him the name of his dog for the last month instead of just correcting him straight away. Oh, it's Window Fox with capitals. Nice. Oh, that was just my cup. Do not worry about that. Just gonna take a quick drink because it's been a little while. On game, load. Alright, back on the beach. Yeah, that loading time is rough. Can you imagine soft resetting for that? Oof. Gotta take a quick drink because might as well. Always good to have stay hydrated, as they say. Alright, poison did not work out for us at all. On to the next one. Let's see. Might go for fighting. I don't think I have not got a single fighting so far on this list. I think we've gotten one in every category, except seems like water doesn't have any. We haven't caught any big ice. Well, we did now because of the Frigibacks, I guess. But I don't think, yeah, we got nothing in the fighting category. So I think I might make a fighting sandwich. I forgot to, if I talked about it last stream, I was on with your stream, but how do you feel about Mystery Dungeon games? I think Mystery Dungeon games, I love the Mystery Dungeon games. I really want to stream them at some point. But I did stream a Pokemon Explorers of Sky randomizer, like, years ago, before I started, like, saving my VODs. And that was rough, to say the least. Like, it was hard. We died 100 times before we got to the final boss. Because I randomized movesets and typings. So we ended up in rooms where Pokemon just had Draco Meteor for some reason. Would just obliterate our team before we got to the stairs. It was very rough. But I do love the Mystery Dungeon games. And I would love to, like, stream another Mystery Dungeon game at some point. So that is my opinion on it. I do not know if they are going to, I guess, make a new Mystery Dungeon game. That's the next thing I'm curious about, if they are going to do that, or they just go onto the same path of just, like, rehashing it. But, like, the problem is that if you think about it, the next game in the line is literally Explorers, and if there's one game that they cannot mess up, it's Explorers, because of how big of a game it is. If they mess up Explorers, people would be, like, screaming. They would never forgive Game Freak or something like that. Okay, I do want to go for Hawlucha, because we missed out on getting Hawlucha last time, so I think I'll go there. I caught a shiny Rotom yesterday. What should I make it? I mean, you could catch all the Rotoms, and then you don't have to make the decision. But yeah, I caught a Rotom too. I think I've always liked Rotom Fan for some reason. I think he's cool. I always liked him because he was just a silly guy. Before you realize he has Levitate and doesn't even need the flying ability. I had an impossibly hard time at the volcano. In the original one? Because there is a volcano in multiple ones. But yeah, I can imagine Mount Blaze is rough, I would say, like, in the original game. Especially if you ended up with a starter, like, that you just didn't have. Did we get it? I made mine the microwave oven. No, nice. If you mean, like, the poison type, no, that was a blank sandwich, didn't get anything on it. We got the last one we got was a Voltorb, and we missed a Voltorb, so there was 2 Voltorbs there and I missed one. I still got to get Crystal. Oh my goodness, I know what you're talking about. That dungeon is rough. I mean fire type. You mean the Litten? Because I got the Litten quite a while ago. I need fighting. Give me 1 second before I lose focus. Yeah, because it's an escort mission, so it's rough to begin with, and I think a good majority of the mons you find in that dungeon also are, like, super effective against Cresselia. And that was another thing about Explorers, is that you don't get to evolve for, like, a very long time during post-game, if you do like doing that. I never liked evolving my, me and my partner. I like to be babies. Forever babies kicking butt. But yeah, that particular fight can be rough if you're not ready. That's kind of a big reason that whenever I have a chance, if I can get Wide Slash, I get that thing on me as soon as possible. Wide Slash was so good in Explorers. I used to religiously use Wide Slash. Like, Wide Slash, I think, in the regular games is so useless, but in, like, these games, the Mystery Dungeon games, is stupidly overpowered. Alright, we need to head up this way real quick. And all the Halucha while we're going up the hill. I can get them to the fight, but I need specific items to make them survive, yeah. Gotta chug those revive seeds. There's a Holucha in the rock. Go around this side. I do want Holucha. It's one of those shinies that I've just wanted for quite a while, but just not had any good luck to get him. He's got a 6 shiny too. But yeah, the post-game in, like, Explorers can be rough. Like, there's a lot of back-to-back things that you're doing, so you don't really get much time to, like, prep and such. What is the best shiny ever? It's pretty subjective, unfortunately. Because there's a lot of good shinies. Yeah, if I do one of the Mystery Dungeon games, I probably would do the DX version of the original, since it's on the Switch. I can do Explorers, but yeah, I'll just have to consider it, essentially. And plus, if I did Explorers, we'd do Sky. There's like no arguing there. Sky is the best version of the Explorers series. But I would love to stream all the Mystery Dungeon games in general. Because I did enjoy all of them. Like, the only one I probably wouldn't stream is the Wii version, if anyone remembers the Wii version. God, what an abomination of a Mystery Dungeon game. We'd never talk about that one. But yeah, I'd love to stream, like, the series. Perhaps if I have a big free slot when we stop playing Pokemon, I can do that as the Pokemon substitute. But yeah, we've been doing a lot of Pokemon stuff recently, so I've had very little, like, desire to do any other Pokemon-based stuff. Because we've been doing a lot of shiny hunting, we've been doing a lot of stuff. Yeah, what about the Spectrobes? Spectrobes? What? If that's referring to what I was talking about earlier, then I have no idea what that is. I don't even know if I could play the Wii... If I could play that really awful version of Mystery Dungeon, I honestly don't know how I would, like, be able to play that one, like, genuinely. I think I would have to get an emulator or something like that. It's an interesting series of games. Let me take a look what you're talking about. This Holucha attacks me. Oh, here we go. It's an actual game. Let's see. Is this a Disney game? What? Oh, it's a developer behind Kingdom Hearts. That one of them. I have never seen this in my life. What is this? I legit have not seen this before, I will admit. Yes, Holucha, keep attacking me while I'm busy trying to set up stuff. Because we can't have nice things in this game while I'm Why do Rowlet outbreaks keep showing up? Maybe Rowlet wants to be hunted. Maybe the game wants you to catch the avocado boy. I know I still have to catch him. Because I gotta catch him a couple of times because I only managed to get one through Masuda method back in the day. Because the game knew I wanted it. I remember my friend having this for the DS. Ah, yes. The DS, where any type of game could be created and there was no... It was a wasteland. The Wild West. Did you have him? Ah, I see. Because, I mean, you kind of need, like, what, 4 Rowlets? Because you need 3 for the regular evolution and 1 for the Hisuian one. I think the only starter outbreak I've actually gone and, like, hunted is literally Snivy, because I really like Snivy. So that's the only one I've, like, hunted 3 of them for and evolved all 3. Oh, there he is! That was actually really quick. Ah, it's such a nice shiny too. Lucha's always got, like, he's always been a little bit, I have a soft spot in my heart. He's just a funky little dude, you know? Can we catch him in a luxury ball? Yes, we can. Well, we still have the fighting sandwich up, so I guess we better run over and do something else. But what exactly? I could do Crab Brawler. I do need a Crab Brawler. Let's quickly save and head over to the next area. Whilst we still have the sandwich available. Wow, it only took 7 minutes. Yikes, that was our fastest one for today. But there's actually a funny story about Crab Brawler that I can tell you guys that happened when I was cleaning up stuff to do the Virizion hunt. So I wanted to get the shiny charm in Ultra Moon, and so lo and behold, I didn't play that game fully enough to actually get the shiny charm. I don't know why, I guess I just dropped it at some point when I was younger. But I just was like, you know, oh boy. I have to do the whole, like, get the shiny charm in that game. So I started organizing my mons, started, like, catching things, breeding things. And one of the Pokemon that I just didn't catch in that game, funnily enough, was Crab Brawler. I just didn't catch one, so I had to, like, go out of my way to go look for one. Because I didn't have another DS with me, only one. I couldn't trade at the time. And, yeah, I just was like, okay, let's just casually go and find a single Crab Brawler. And it took a little while. I had to go to, like, one of the late game areas for it. I don't want to go up here. I feel like the mountain would have better Crab Brawlers. We might find, like, its evolution. Because I have... But I caught the Crab Brawler finally, and I was like, okay, just gonna evolve it into the okay. Oh, I see stuff popping up. Is everybody back? My back is the question. I still can't connect to the chat on my OBS. Oh, here we go. Yes, hello? Oh, there we go. I can see chat now. I am so sincerely sorry. I do not know what happened. Just let me know if you guys can hear me. Yeah, stream died for like, what, 3 minutes or something like that? I can hear you, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what happened. I was just, chilling. And I was talking about the crabominable thing. And then all of a sudden I looked over and it said OBS had disconnected. And I was like, okay, that's weird. Maybe we'll come back on. And then on my computer it said, no, your internet's totally down. And I was like, what? And I went to go check on the rest of my house. And no, the internet was fine. It was just my computer that disconnected. So I just reset the router. So hopefully everything is working all right now. And sorry for spooking you all like that. It's definitely spooked me. I can't see the stream. Maybe it's still... Let me refresh on the stream and see if that helps. Okay, it looks like it's working on my end. You might need a refresh. And see if that helps. Yeah, reload the page will help. Yeah, that was really weird and really inconvenient. Like, thanks, internet. I just wanted the only thing in the house that needed internet decided to crash. Like, what gives? And unfortunately, I wasted so much of the sandwich time trying to fix the problem. But yeah. It was so weird because I checked my phone and my internet was working there. I checked my, I checked, downstairs and it said the internet was on my router, so I don't know what happened. And everything was connected, and I looked up here and I was like, no, it's connected too. It's just, for some reason, the internet my router had a glitch. It caused only, my computer of all things to go out. And thank goodness I was able to reset it. Could you imagine my first stream back 3 hours in and we immediately disconnect and just, stream ends 3 hours early. But it seems to be working, so I guess that's good. So, I don't know what it was like on your guys' end. Probably Windows doing Windows things. Yeah, honestly. I updated Windows too, so I don't know why Windows would be giving me heck. I updated recently. I know my computer did yell at me being like, where were you for 2 weeks? Why haven't you touched it? Why haven't you updated things? I'm like, because I was traveling. What did you want me to do? You want me to use telepathy to try and fix you? And I don't even know where I got cut off on the story, too. I was literally talking about a Crabrawler situation. And then that's when it disconnected. Maybe Crabrawler really is cursed. But I think I'll try and finish the rest of the story. There's going to be this moment I'll have to cut out in... Oh god, the VOD's gonna be awful. I don't even know how the VOD's gonna work. I hope it's still okay. Because I assume it's still streaming? Let's see. No, it cut me off. Okay, so it cut into 2 pieces. Alright. I'm gonna have to download both those pieces then. Was weird, yeah. I can imagine on you guys' end. You probably heard me talking and then all of a sudden I just stopped talking. And there was no audio. I can imagine that being rather rough. Yeah, even Twitch thought I'd finished because I was out for so long. That's probably why the message popped up again on the Discord for the Alchemist's stream as well, saying that I'd started again. But I think we're all good, so I haven't lost any data or anything like that on my end. It's just the internet disconnected. But I'll quickly finish off the story. I assume I got up to the part where I was talking about catching a Crabrawler and finishing most of the decks, and it was at that point I realized I hadn't I was trying to do a living dex as well, so I had the Crabominable, but I didn't have another Crab Brawler, so I was like, you know what, I'll quickly just breed one to try and get, like, another Crab Brawler. And I kid you not, I hatched only one egg and it was a shiny. And I was just stunned because I spent, like, days, weeks, even months trying to hunt for a shiny Minior in that game. With the, like, the shiny charm and everything like that in one of my older games. I don't even know if I had the shiny charm, but, like, I hunted for, like, ages for a Minior. Didn't get it. Hatched one Crabrawler, like, my first ever Crabrawler in that game. And ended up getting, like, a shiny on the first go. Hello there, Jaden. Hi, can I join you? I guess you can, because we're getting close to the end of this sandwich, so we'll be starting up a fresh new sandwich. If you have any preferences of what types, I'm totally fine with that, because we do have targets in every single typing still. Pokemon be picking favorites. Oh yeah, absolutely. This is the second time I've hatched one egg and got a shiny from a Pokemon that I wasn't expecting. Can we do hide and seek? Unfortunately, no, we cannot, because I am currently doing a shiny hunting month. Where I am trying to shiny hunt Pokemon. Oop. Oh, okay, that's fine. But yeah, I'm just currently doing a shiny hunting month where at the end of the stream, I don't know. I think I want to keep this all shiny hunting month stuff because I am shiny hunting up until the end. I do know there are some people who like to do the hide and seek sort of shiny things. But I don't think I want to keep the time just for shiny hunting because we do have a lot of shiny hunting to get through. Like 30 streams worth of it. Shiny hide and seek month. What does that even mean? Does that mean I just play hide and seek with you guys for like several months? What do I even get out of it? The new I put a new incentive for like what is it, my Ko-fi or something like that. Oh, if you donate enough monies I will play hide and seek. Like, it'd be weird. It does kind of suck though. You can't put multiple Ko-fi like links. I've been thinking of like asking I think Crescent about that and make it incentives using I think stream elements instead, so that you guys can have like you can send points over to that instead of just saving a bunch of points just for like stream avatars and stuff like that, like actually have more purpose to the points. Because they're just sort of like sitting there doing nothing. So I really want to like figure out if I can make incentives for other games and stuff like that. You know, just to add a little bit of variety. Speaking of goals, 12 followers to go. Really? I didn't realize it was that close. And then I'm gonna have to ask for some advice on how to make a Discord. I don't even know how to manage a Discord. Goodness, I might have to find some mods or something to help out. By the ways, I don't have Herba. That's fine. You do not need to use Herba. I will be supplying all the Herba Mystica. You just need to have at least the ingredients recommended. If you need a refresher, if you do, I think, !2 player with the number, I think it will tell you, like, what ingredients the second player needs if it's just 2 people making a sandwich. Can we do a water sandwich? We could possibly do a water sandwich. I haven't done water. Water's a bit of a rough one to do, though, because there's so many mons with water. So, the sandwich thing has 2 players, 3 players, and 4 players. So when we find out how many people are joining us in the union room, that would probably be a good thing. But yeah. There's also, if you look down below the stream, I believe, in the About section, there's a whole thing talking about Shiny Month and some of the items you will need for that. So just make sure you have all the ingredients before you come and join for the union room, that's all. You don't need Herba Mystica, you just need all the other ingredients. How do I do that? Are you talking about how to look in... It's below the stream, I believe. Nowadays, you don't really need bots anymore since Discord added most of the features themselves. That is true, too. Stubby whale. Does he not have a little middle bit? Just a squished whale lord? Where's the rest of him? Doesn't seem like we're having any luck with Crab Brawler, unfortunately. We did get the whole Lucha in this sandwich, so I'm not complaining. I just kind of wish that we didn't lose so much time with the internet cutting out. Like, that's my one gripe, is that I lost, like, I think I lost 7 minutes just to try and fix the internet on this sandwich, which I could have spent searching. But there's nothing we could do about it. Oh, wait, there it is. It just... That was a very last second thing, and it definitely stood out. How do you know going to the home menu pauses the send? Oh, did you know? I didn't know that, so I panicked. You know, as I usually do. Got crab. That's another crab we have to go after. We have to get a cloth. You're so sad, but then it showed up. I know. I was like, I was in the, you know, the 5 stages of grief. I was already at the acceptance part. I was like, yep, not gonna get it. Look at that boy. Or girl, whatever gender it was. No! Immediately gets attacked again. Yeah, I don't have cloth yet. I have to get cloth. I do have Kingler and Krabby already, but yeah, I don't have cloth yet, so maybe I'll make that one of the sandwiches we do. There we go. Oh, wait. The Holucha has a mark. It's a peckish. Okay. Well, let's evolve this this Crab Brawler, because I already have a regular Crab Brawler which I'll be sending up from my 3DS. So we can evolve this guy right away. There we go. It is a nice shiny, though. The red gloves really look great. Now you go red. The Angie. Oh, he reminds me of that, like, that one monster from Monster Hunter, Blangonga. His face goes red when he's angry. Let me know the circle code. No worries. We'll just quickly head out of here real quick and clean up our team before we start up another sandwich. I also have to check what water type I want to go after, because there's only a very few, like, specifically water types. Actually, I'm done playing Pokemon for today. I'm tired. No worries. Wish Whalmer was in the game. Yeah, he's only in Sword and Shield, isn't he? Alright, let me just move these guys. Let me luxury balls. Yeah, I like luxury balls. They're my favorite. Save. Pop down. Yes, I know, you read... making me read this all over again. Found a Charmander outbreak I can do tomorrow? Ooh, that's a nice one. Imagine seeing Wailord as a synchro in this game. Oh my goodness. By the way, call me Jaden Smith, please. Ain't your name Jaden Walsh, though? Anyways, I'm gonna take another drink of water. which will surely backfire on me at some point. While I'm just waiting in here, let me take a look and see if there's any water types. I know I need to go for Wiglet. That's another thing. Wash reminds me of my dad. Ah, okay. Jaden's fine as well. It'll be fast to say it that way. Let's see what we got. This is like the one downside with water types is that a lot of mons are water types and another typing. I see. Hang on. Wait, if what then why did you put that as your username in the first place? Okay, well, I'm not gonna ask too many personal questions of that stuff. You're quite young to be on here, that's for sure. Basculin, Wiglet. Arascuta, Tauros, bundle I already have. I could go for a starter, that's another water one. I think that's all that who are joining, because I think, don't know. But yeah, if it is your your actual name, it's probably best not to have it as your username. Because people can, like, there are some very shady people. I'm fine as long as I don't come across 18 plus streams, yeah. It's just more like for your general safety. You should never use your real name online. Because there can be some really bad people out there. Thankfully, this stream doesn't have those type of people. I would hope. Alright. I think it's back. You guys might have to reload your page just to see if it's back. That is really unfortunate. It crashed again. Yeah, now I have 3 broadcasts. It's... yeah. I have no idea why it crashed again. I was literally mid-sentence talking, and it's back again. It literally crashed again and, like, disconnected the internet all over again. So now I have, like, 3 broadcasts. It literally crashed in 20 minutes. The last broadcast was 20 minutes long before it crashed. So, I do not know what I want to do. Yeah, apparently the timing is funny. Thankfully, the stream doesn't have these type of people and... just... yeah, stream dies. Yeah, apparently I was taken out by those people. My fault. Maybe it's all the bots that have just suddenly showed up on my stream. Let me get rid of those real quick, too. Because I just noticed there's a good chunk of them. Might as well do this for the last bit, because I think I might have to call stream early. If the crashing issue just keeps, like, popping up. Because, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Like, if it crashes again during a sandwich with someone else, well, I can make the sandwich. Maybe it's the bots taking me out. Maybe they heard me talking shit. Of all these bots. Windows bugging? Okay, so. Try, if you can refresh, isn't it F5 also refreshes without that? Without having to do that? See if that works. But yeah, that should take out most of the bots that were here. There's like another 3 of them, goodness. Looks like the bots are rampant again. Alright. Yeah, it even kicked me off on my Switch, like it... So, I think what I might do is I'll make 1 more sandwich, and if it crashes again, I think I might call stream for there. Because there's no way that it just crashed within 20 minutes. At the very least, whoever joins on this sandwich will get the benefits of the sandwich, even if it crashes. But yeah. Stupidly rough. I honestly don't know what's causing it, because it says my router's all good and stuff like that when I went down. Will you stream tomorrow? And if not, when? I will stream Wednesday. I stream Monday and Wednesday. I'll have to change my streaming timeline because I need to update it from when I went on the trip. But I'll be streaming Wednesday Australian time at 9:30. But we will be doing we were planning to do Legends, but if we're having this glitching issue, I might just do another round of Violet. And then on Saturday Australian time, it will be we'll be doing Dynamax Adventures, where we will continue to attempt to get Lunala, because we still haven't gotten Lunala in that game. And we'll also be doing some 3DS shiny hunting on the side, just to, you know, keep things going. But yeah, I usually stream those times. Might be there for Saturday. No worries, that's totally fine. Just I guess you just have to make sure, because it is Australian time, so I think for the US it's Friday for you guys or something. Oh, I can hear a storm coming. Maybe that's what's causing all this stuff. You know what? I think I might have to just call it here. If I can hear a thunderstorm brewing in the background, that might be what's causing issues as well. I have saved, and we did get a decent chunk of shinies. We got 5 of them this session. Yeah, Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday for Americans. Wish you luck. Yeah, I think we might have to call it for there. We did get some good shinies, but I think I don't trust the internet right now. I think it could crash again. And I don't think I need, like, multiple VODs. But, yeah. Hope your power doesn't go out. Yeah, that's another thing I guess I have to be a little concerned about, is power going out. And I can see somebody followed me just near the end of the stream because of the whole the whole internet outage issue. Get a flashlight. It's the middle of the day, bro. It's only 12 in the morning. Like, it's only lunchtime for me. That's how probably I have my phone as well. But yeah, it is the middle of the day. It's bright and sunny, but I think it's about to go into a cloudy state. But I can hear, like, thunder rumbling. Australia's already... Yeah, we've already got the patch for the next day. We're at, like, a day ahead. Time zones are crazy. Oh, yeah. But, Crescent would have been started streaming, right? Yeah, so I can send you guys over to Crescent, maybe. Considering that, they are streaming for the first time on a Monday, I guess. Let me see if I can... There we go. I can send you guys over there, so you guys will have something to be able to do. I believe they are doing... Let's see... Justin Asterian. Yeah, they're playing some sort of game, I think. If not, I believe they might be reading as well. But I'll send you guys that way so you can check them out, because they are a good friend of mine. And it is probably thanks to them that I am doing this Twitch stuff, so show them a lot of support. Plus, they will be eventually streaming a D&D session, which I am part of. I am one of the players for that D&D session, so if that also catches your interest, that is also something. I know some of the other players have been, like, biting at the bit. They're so excited to do this D&D session. But yeah. Sorry about all the inconveniences about the power outages, but hopefully there will be none later on. So, I guess until next time, which I hope is soon, take care, everybody.